morning. I thought that I would walk you through our monthly menu plan today. So before I jump in, I'm going to say that we have done many different variations of menu planning. I have pretty much always planned a menu since the time that Claude and I were married, and that started out because I like to be really organized. And then in our early marriage, it ended up being good because we really did not have any income or very little income. We're on a really, really tight budget. So planning based around sales really helped me to know what we're going to make and reduce spending. So it has changed throughout the different seasons of our family. We have done weekly plans. We've done plans every 2 weeks. We've done monthly plans. We've done 6-week plans. We've done a rotation where, like, for about 2 or 3 years, we were eating Mondays one thing, Tuesdays one thing, Wednesdays one thing, and we just repeated that every week. And then we started branching out from that. We have currently come out of a few months where I was either planning every week or every 2 weeks and trying out some new things. So it just kind of depends on what our needs are for the season that we're in. Now, we are going into a season where we're buying a house. Lord willing, that will happen at the end of this week. But if it doesn't happen by the end of this week, it'll happen soon enough. So that's exciting. And then we're going to be settling in that house. And then in April, we're going to be welcoming our 7th child. And so it is a busy season. We're still going to be homeschooling through almost all of that. And wrapping up a school year and everything. And so I really wanted things to be simple. And I also really wanted to be able to do a lot of the meal prep in advance, stick things in the freezer, and then at the end of a day of packing, just to be able to take something out of the freezer and it just be ready for dinner, and maybe only have to throw together a couple of things. So with all that in mind, this current monthly menu plan, it actually runs from February 12th to March 11th, and that goes along with just our pay periods. It changes as our pay periods kind of shift through the year. But it is a 2-week rotation. So I have a 2-week menu, and then I have it repeated with one exception, that's Saturdays. And so those are a little bit different because we have different things planned. So before I make a menu, I always write down what is on our calendar, because sometimes those events are going to change what we are going to eat. Are we going to have somebody over? Is there a holiday? Are we going to be out? So this menu cycle, we have some work days at the new house that are planned. We have a moving day. And those things, if they don't happen when we are thinking they're going to happen, because things can change, then we'll just kind of shift things around on our meal plan, and it's not a big deal. But if they do happen, we are ready for them. So I'm just going to quickly go through, and I will just say that most of these things have something that's made ahead, and so I will try to give the menu, like the meal plan for the day, and then I'll also say what we are making ahead or have already made ahead that's in the freezer for us. So like I said, it starts on this started on Sunday. I had some stuff we made for a church potluck, and then we actually ate oatmeal for dinner because everyone eats a lot for lunch that day. So this is starting, here's the rotation. This is starting on a Monday. We have broccoli chicken Devon casserole, and it's all made in advance, put in a tray. I'm going to make one tonight for dinner, and I'm going to make a second one and throw it in the freezer. Then we have bean, rice, and cheese burritos. Again, those get made in advance. I'm cooking the beans today. I will assemble them tomorrow, and they'll get put in the freezer. Then we have meatloaf, egg noodles, and green beans. The meatloaf I'm going to mix up, and I'm actually going to the idea is to put it back into the freezer uncooked, but I may cook it. I don't know. It'll be made, it'll go in the freezer, and that's a make ahead meal. The egg noodles and the green beans we will make on that night. We have Southwestern salad and jalapeno cheddar bread. So I made the bread in advance. I just made it just on Saturday, and it is in the freezer. And the salad we'll throw together on the day. I might make the dressing in advance and I might not. It just depends on when I have time to do that. Next we have chicken and wild rice soup and rosemary bread. The soup, I will, again, probably on that day, I'll probably cook a double batch of the soup. We'll eat half of it, we'll freeze the other half. The bread is already made and in the freezer. Then I'm going to skip the Saturday, and I'll get back to Saturdays in a minute. We have Hawaiian barbecue chicken thighs, rice, and steamed broccoli. So the chicken, we actually marinated on Saturday, and Claude and I grilled it, and then we cut it up and we bagged it. So we'll take the chicken out and thaw it, and then we'll make some rice and some broccoli to go along on the day. Then we have chicken salad, rolls, and green salad. That is not a make-ahead meal. I did actually purchase the rolls from Sam's Club, so I don't need to make those. But I'll make the chicken salad probably the day before and stick it in the fridge. And then the green salad, I'll just make some dressing and we'll throw that together. That is actually a family work day. We'll be at the new house, so I wanted something I could pack and stick in the fridge there, pull it out, dish it up, and have quick cleanup, quick meal. Next we have taco or burrito bowls, whatever you want to call them. We've got some taco meat, chicken, and beef in the freezer. It's already cooked, and we'll just grab a bag out. We'll thaw it. We'll make some rice, cut up a bunch of lettuce, some veggies, sour cream, salsa, taco sauce, corn. We might throw some black beans in there, and everyone can just kind of make their own thing. Then we have pasta with meat sauce and a green salad. Now the meat sauce is already made. It's been in the freezer for a couple weeks. I'll pull it out, defrost it, boil some pasta, pull together a quick salad, and that's a quick meal. Next we have Asian chicken salad. Now this, on Saturday when we did our big cooking day, we marinated a bunch of chicken breast. Sorry, gotta get comfortable here. And grilled it up, cut it up. And so that's in the freezer, and then I'll just make the salad and, cut up some veggies and make the dressing, and that'll come together really quickly. Then we have sausage, spinach, and pasta soup. This is actually kind of a question mark meal because sometimes we end up with plenty of leftovers. So I'm actually going to wait on making that, partly because our freezers are packed. There's no room left in them to add things. So I also have to go with that Olive Garden breadsticks. I found a kind of a copycat recipe. They're really good breadsticks. But we may not need it, and so I'm going to hold off on that, and if we make it, I'll make a double batch and freeze half of the soup and the breadsticks. And if we don't need it, then we have the ingredients on hand and I can use them for other things. So that's the end of the 2-week rotation. And I will put up a visual of that right here. So now you've seen the 2-week rotation. I'm going to go through the Saturdays. Now our Saturdays are days when we are planning on having a work day and a moving day where we will probably have some friends helping us and some people from church. And so I wanted to plan something that I could probably just bring a couple of crock pots, throw the stuff in the morning at the new house, keep them cooking till lunchtime. Or if it's going to take too long, then I might cook them on Friday or overnight Friday night, and I can just bring the crock pots to keep them on warm. So I was looking for crock pot meals and meals that are good for a crowd. And so we have one day we have pulled pork, baked beans, rolls, which I already bought and are in the freezer, and then a salad I can pull together quickly, and some cookies. Now the cookies, we made a bunch of cookie dough, sugar cookies, and our favorite cookies, which I hope to get a recipe out, called cowboy cookies. And we made the dough, we put them in balls, and then we froze them, and then once they're frozen we threw them in bags. So the idea is that I can grab a bag of cookie dough balls and a cookie sheet and take them to the new house, and we can actually have fresh baked cookies, and there's no no real work required on that day. The other the other meal that we have planned for, this is for moving day, and I might switch work day, moving day meals, but it doesn't really matter. We have Tejano beans. Tejano beans they're amazing. I'm not a huge bean fan. Like, I don't really like to just eat just beans on their own, but these are so simple and they are really good. So we're gonna make a big pot of Tejano beans and probably some rice, and then we've got a couple giant bags of tortilla chips, and we'll probably throw some cheese and sour cream out there as well. And I'll make an El Paso salad. It's it's essentially like a southwestern salad. I don't know why I call it that, but it has a really good chipotle ranch salad dressing on it. And then again, we'll make some cookies from our dozens and dozens of cookie dough balls in the freezer. And then after those 2 weekends, I have a couple of easy things. I have crock pot white chili with cornbread, and then I have Tejano beans again because we always think we should eat these more often, and rice and chips. So those are things that on a weekend, when we're in the new house and we're settling down, I can again throw them into the crock pot, and dinner is ready whenever we need it. So those are our dinners. And in this season of life, I've also planned a weekly rotation for breakfast and for lunch, because I was getting stressed and even annoyed, yes, annoyed, when my kids are saying, "What's for lunch? What's for lunch?" So I find that the more decisions I can make in advance, the better. It doesn't mean that everything always goes to plan. We are flexible. We have to make changes sometimes. But it does mean that I don't have to make a million decisions during the day. Maybe I only have to make 500,000. So for our breakfast rotation, it's actually more like a 3-day rotation, but we have, running from Sunday through Saturday, eggs and toast, oatmeal, waffles, and then again eggs and toast, oatmeal, and pancakes. And then Saturday is our cereal day. And if you saw our monthly grocery haul video, you'll see that we got some kind of special cereal. We usually only get Cheerios, but this time we got some cereal that I think the kids will enjoy. And so that's for Saturday. Then our lunch rotation, running from Sunday through Saturday, is make your own pasta salad, smoothies and muffins, PBJ and carrot sticks, popcorn, apples, and peanut butter, pasta salad, egg salad and fruit, or just hard-boiled eggs and fruit. We can prepare those hard-boiled eggs however we want. I have egg salad here, but we'll probably change it up. And then Saturdays we have turkey sandwiches and chips. So you will have heard me say pasta salad twice on our lunch menu. We have gone through phases where we eat a lot of pasta and phases when we don't. We have had a few years now where we have not had pasta very often. And so we're kind of bringing it back in. Pasta salad is something that's very easy. I just boil a bunch of pasta. We set out some beans. We cut up some cheese. We cut up some veggies. We usually put some spinach in it, and we can use our salad dressing that we make in advance. The kids can choose. It is really easy, and everybody likes it. And so it's kind of a nice thing for this season. And we're doing it twice because Claude is not with us in the week, and he doesn't get to have the pasta salad if we eat it on, what day? Thursday for lunch. He doesn't get to have it, so we're having it on Sundays as well, that he can have it with us. Now, one last thing before I close this out. On our monthly grocery haul video, I did start out by kind of identifying some foods that we might run out of within a week or two, and we'll go back and get more, and I didn't really kind of finish that up. So most of the things that you'll see in that video are things that we will use for cooking and eating throughout the month. Some of the things, especially canned goods, are going to be in our pantry. They'll be there for more than a month. They're meant to just kind of stock up, so we've got some reserve if we run out of something, or we can't get to the store right at the end of our menu cycle and we need a few days to just kind of, pull something together. We have things we can work with in those situations. But we do have items that we make sure that we check that we have every week. We do not buy all of these items every week, but we always make sure that we have them. If we need them, we will go out and get them. So those weekly items are milk, eggs, yogurt cups, lettuce, tomato, peppers, spinach, green beans, apples, bananas, and oranges. So that's really our fresh produce for salads and for snacks and whatever else, milk. And then the eggs and the yogurt cups, we don't usually need every week, but we will need to get it at some point in the middle of our menu plan. And so I always put it down, so we just check, and then we might get other things. There might be something that we, say that we need, or we ran out of, or I forgot to put on the list. But pretty much the bulk of what we get is in our monthly haul, and then we'll go back and just refill the fresh produce. So if you can hear, I've got kids yelling out here, so I'm going to wrap this up. But I will also put up just a quick visual here of our lunch and breakfast rotation. And here is just a quick list of the items that we check on a weekly basis and might go back to the store for as we need them. All right, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Again, I said in our first video, I would really like to do videos. I'm not sure what life is going to throw at us and if it's going to be possible or if we'll keep going. But they're kind of fun to make, and documents our life now and hopefully helps you as you are managing your families as well. So until next time, bye.